Hi, welcome. Natty Ashira here of Love Being Human. I just wanted to share something really important with you, which I talk a lot more about in my blog that came out this week. So, I've made loads of mistakes on my breast cancer journey, which I understand with the benefit of hindsight. Obviously, I mean, in a way, they're not really mistakes, but they were very much blind spots for me. And there's certainly things that I would want other women not to be making, because it's just going to prolong their healing journey unnecessarily. And there are also things that I do see women doing a lot. So these are common blind spots, and I encourage you to to check out my blog that's coming out this week, and I'm going to put the link for that in the description below. So the topic I just wanted to cover today is around the importance of dealing with stress, and particularly the emotional, mental and somatic components of stress. And what I mean by somatic is the bodily felt experience. So I know that most women really understand that stress has an impact on health. And quite often, when I ask them, were you stressed before your diagnosis? They usually answer yes. Or certainly they recognise they had a period of stress before their diagnosis. And this is really important to recognise. So, and then of course there's the breast cancer journey itself, which is stressful in and of itself. So these are all really, really important things to notice and to be aware of and to deal with. So quite often the hospital appointments that you're going to, the scans that you need to have, the procedures, the treatments, any further diagnoses that you may get, any prognoses, especially, bad ones. And sometimes, unfortunately, doctors can be very desensitized to the patient's experience. So the way that they deliver information is just not very sensitive and not very empathic. And all of these things can be stress triggers in and of themselves, which actually further disease or cause more disease. Now, the explanation for that is the topic for another video. But in the blog that I share, there is a link to explain where that information comes from. So I encourage you to go and have a look at that. So we must deal with the stress. It's really important not to ignore that and just go, oh, well, breast cancer is stressful. It's a stressful journey. And of course I'm going to feel stressed. I mean, it's good to normalise that for yourself in that way. But it's important to not bypass the experience of that stress by normalising it. So we have to learn to be aware of the mental components, the emotional components, and the somatic components, the bodily felt experience of the emotional and mental side of things. So, you actually do have the potential to clear what the root causes of your breast cancer are, and to allow the body to heal by paying attention to these factors and making them really, really important and dealing with them. So all cancers, the reason that I say that is that all cancers, unless they're due to poisoning, have this kind of emotional shock and stress at their root. And this is clearly backed up by an amazing body of work, an amazing body of scientific research that sadly, unfortunately, our medical system just either isn't aware of or hasn't taken on board and integrated. They're very much in favour of the whole very physical treatment approach and the pharmaceutical approach. And you know, at the end of the day, that has a 50% success rate, according to the Cancer Research website in the UK. So that hasn't got a brilliant track record. However, I'm not saying don't have medical treatment if that's your choice and that's what you have faith in. It's really important to follow that. But I think you need to understand that this medical approach, especially where pharmaceuticals are concerned, it's a money generating machine. You know, cancer is big business. So it's really worth understanding that. And actually, there's so much you can do for yourself, especially around dealing with this stress component, the emotional, mental, and somatic components of that. So I invite you to check out my blog. I'm going to put the link in the description below, and like the video and share it if you felt it was useful. You can also sign up on my website to receive blog posts straight to your inbox when new ones come out. So I encourage you to do that. Okay. In the meantime, that's all for now, and I'll be back soon. Good luck on your journey.